Hey there, everybody. The 92nd annual Deep Sea Fishing Rodeo is here. We'll take you there in just a moment. Plus, Foley's mayor is speaking out about an FBI raid on one of the city's restaurants, and a local elementary school principal has been arrested, and we'll tell you why. We have those stories and more coming up. It's time for News 5 Now.
Brought to you by Green and Phillips Injury Lawyers, covering news from your neighborhood and around the world. News 5 Now starts right now.
Hello, Internet family. Thank you so much for joining us for News 5 Now. I'm Akivia McFarland. We do this every day at 12:30 right after our noon show. We talk about the big stories that we're following for you so far at this hour, and we talk about your answers to our question of the day, and we also see how you voted in our Facebook poll as well. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get you started with the big stories that we're following for you right now, beginning with number 5. People in Alabama can now buy school supplies without paying the state's sales tax. The state's annual back-to-school sales tax holiday began this morning and runs through Sunday. During the tax-free weekend, you can save money when buying items like pens, calculators, and school uniforms. For more information and a full list of what is eligible for the exemption, visit our website, WKRG.com, and search Tax-Free Weekend. Number 4. A Pensacola man accused of trying to kill Escambia County deputies is now facing federal charges. 21-year-old Darian Finley faces attempted murder and weapons violations after a federal court handed down the indictment. He also faces state charges for the incident. Investigators say deputies tried to pull Finley over in December of 2024 at the intersection of Aquamarine and Kentucky Drive because they believed he was driving a stolen car. Deputies say Finley refused to stop, leading to a chase. After stopping, deputies say he fired at them. Deputies returned fire, hitting Finley. If convicted, he could spend the rest of his life in prison. Number 3. Foley's mayor is speaking out after this week's raid at a downtown restaurant. The Colt Grill has been closed since Tuesday when Homeland Security agents executed a search warrant at the restaurant. The restaurant is one of 5 establishments involved in a federal labor exploitation investigation. Foley Mayor Ralph Helmick says city leaders were disappointed to learn about the troubling business practices being investigated, but the actions do not reflect the city's values. Head to WKRG.com and search Colt Grill to find this full story. Number 2, anglers are now out in the Gulf for the first day of the 92nd Alabama Deep Sea Fishing Rodeo. The tournament kicked off bright and early this morning with the traditional cannon blast. The ceremonial cannon started the competition at 5 o'clock this morning. Despite some weather conditions, the tournament plans are going to continue. Historically, the tournament has been only canceled twice due to the BP oil spill and World War II. The cannon will blast again on Sunday at 5 p.m. to mark the end of the rodeo. And number 1, a Northwest Florida principal arrested. 53-year-old Amy Roby was booked into the Escambia County Jail yesterday on a DUI charge. Roby is listed as the principal at Helen Carroll Elementary School. Escambia County Public School administrators say they are monitoring the situation and following their employee discipline protocols. She was given a $1,000 bond and has since been released from jail. So those are the big stories that we're following for you at this hour. And now it's time to get on over into our question of the day. And so that question of the day today is, should gag orders be placed on court cases involving violent crimes? So we want to see what you all are saying. There we go. We had to get the right screen up there for you so we could get the right prompt up. All right, let's go ahead and see how you guys are answering. Okay, so Scott J.F. Kirkland says yes, to protect the victims. Why should they be made a victim again? You have Lisa Flanagan Black says, I really think that this is an issue that doesn't seem to be a social media debate. Gag orders are assigned for very specific reasons. We may not like them, but they have their purposes. You have two people liking your comment there. Scott, Lisa, thank you so much for your responses. Let's just read just a couple of more, see what you guys are saying out there. Patricia Duval says they should be on all court cases. Huckleberry, is that really your name, Huckleberry? Okay. Seems there may have already been gagging if the crime is violent. Okay. And we have Ray Hill. Anytime it helps law enforcement is your answer to that one. Let's go on down. Okay, let's see. Patricia Johns Polk says gag them for what reason? People might say to protect victims. It's all over the news. It's in all of the newspapers, and they can possibly print, and it's going to be out there one way or the other. So Patricia feels like, for what? All right, thank you all so much for your answers thus far. And if you'd like to see more of your responses to that question today, make sure you come on over to WKRG.com and check out this question. Should gag orders be placed on court cases involving violent crime? But now let's go ahead and switch gears and get you on over to that Facebook poll. Let's get the right prompt up. There you go. And so we want to know, do you prefer cane sugar or corn syrup in this? And this being your cola, your Coca-Cola, your Pepsi, whatever you like to drink. Do you prefer the cane sugar or the corn syrup? And it looks like the hearts are leading the way. Let's kind of check this out a little bit. We got 200 hearts and 44 thumbs up. So it looks like the vast majority of people are saying they prefer to see that cane sugar in their cola. And you got, a few people that are like, you know what, corn syrup is where it's at. So no big deal. And you got a few people who I guess don't really have an opinion, and they're just kind of laughing at our question. But you know what? I thought it was a good one. So guys, thank you so much for participating in our Facebook poll as well. But now I've got to give you a little bit of a to-do list on this Friday. We need to push you on over to Facebook. Like the WKRG Facebook page if you have not already. And if you haven't done so, answer the question of the day. Also vote in our Facebook poll. We do this every day at 12:30, so make sure you're prepared. And that way you can participate in what we've got going on. It's always a good time when we get together for News 5 Now. But in the meantime, you can go ahead and turn on your TV, catch the rest of the bold and the beautiful. A lot of tea there on that show you don't want to miss. And also make sure you stay right there because the time's going to go by fast. And before you know it, it will be time for the 4 on 5. And you want to make sure you are tuned in to Channel 5 for WKRG. So make sure you're coming back and joining us. That way you can continue to follow all of the big stories that we are following for you right now. So guys, as always, thank you so much for joining us for News 5 Now. We'll catch you next time and have a great weekend.
Covering news from your neighborhood and around the world. You are watching News 5 Now, brought to you by Green & Phillips Injury Lawyers.
In the courtroom, the judge knows best, and this judge does too. If you've been hurt in a wreck, you need a law firm that knows the system and how it works. I'm attorney David Green. Call or come by anytime. You never need an appointment.